What do you get when you mix a herd of dogs with a flock of cats, a gaggle of sheep with a litter of chickens, snakes, and fish, add in a few hearts, fences, mowers, and tractors? An awesome goose and even more geese, an hourglass, off-grid, on-grid, homesteading, crafting, canning, building, and small construction. A cabin built in a cave. And yeah, a couple of cool people too. That's right, I said a cabin in a cave, and I'll believe that when I see it. Yeah. Yeah, they had me at She Built a Cabin in a Cave. It was on after that. I started making my notes. But before we get into that, I want to say winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. You actually didn't win a chicken dinner, and I don't even know where that came from. Anyway, I want to say congratulations to Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead. In the Lazy Days Ahead live giveaway, she won one of the prizes. That was a first edition, first off the press, Youtoons t-shirt, and I wanted to say congratulations. I'm glad you won that. Also, I'm going to pop up a picture of what she did win here. I'm going to pop up a picture of what she did win somewhere. Never know where I'm going to put it. If I point over here, that editor's going to put it over there. So we'll see. So the first edition Youtoons t-shirts are available in my bonfire store. I am not going to apologize. There's nothing I can do about the prices. They're in my bonfire store. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to the store where you can click on it and go to the store. The Youtoons t-shirt is available in all different colors, all different styles, long sleeve, short sleeve, made out of this material, made out of that material. If you're interested, go down to the description below and click the link. It should take you right to the store. If not, then it's also posted on my community tab. So, once again, congratulations, Ginger. And I think I better hush and let's just get to drawing. So, okay, here we go. This is day 5 of drawing this Critter Creek YouTube series, episode number 17, featuring Another Time 2023. And I hope you enjoy this. The episode's a little long, but anyway, okay, what we got going on here is that I'm showing a little clip of Lynda out painting her fence because I designed this, and if you see the picture I'm working from, I'm making it black because she went out and painted, and I was laughing the whole time because she started out with a brush, and during watching the episode, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take her before she decides that she's going to get a spray rig or something to paint that. And it was like 2 minutes. I mean, she knew, but she went to the spray rig. So anyway, so in here, what I'm doing is that I asked the question at the beginning, I believe, if I didn't cut it out in editing. You know, what do you get when you add all these things together? Well, this is what you get. You get Another Time 2023. I hope you'll check out their channel. So we got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful landscape and house there, home there, and I I didn't go way into detail on any of this. If you watched me before, then you already know that I typically I'm in with the fine tooth or the hairline brush, but there's a reason for that. Stick around. I know the video's a little long, and but stay to the end. It all comes together at the end, and it was something I saw the minute I knew I wanted to do a Youtoon for this family, or of this family. And also a shout out to Jan at Simply Jan Homestead. I believe it was Jan. It's been a long time now. But doing all the detail on the house, but it's not that fine tuned. But anyway, a shout out to Jan. Jan also suggested this channel and has some awesome things to say about them. I believe it was, but we'll see. Anyway, so at the end of this video, you'll understand why I didn't get in and get as detailed on some of this stuff as I normally would or do. But I did manage to get those power lines in there. I needed some contrast, and you'll understand that here in a little bit too. But yeah, I spent this is day 6, but I spent 5 days drawing this, 4 of which were full days. One of which I halfway through that I went, I'm taking a nap. Enjoyed it, and the research for this. I enjoyed the channel. I got hooked the minute I heard about this channel, because I heard it at the Home to Terra meetup. I was watching some footage, and someone mentioned it, and later Jan had mentioned it, and I saw this channel featured on another channel, and it was about a lady who had built a cabin in a cave, and I was hooked, because a bulk of the time that I spend watching homesteaders, outdoor life, country life, that kind of stuff, is building channels. I love to design and build and create, and I watch a lot of that footage. So when I heard this, I had to go watch this footage, and I was impressed. I was totally impressed. I'm gonna tell you that for a fact. Wasn't near as impressed with how beautiful this was after I had to start trying to draw it. but I really did have fun with this, but I had a vision in my mind of where I wanted it to end up, and all this work that I'm putting into this, I still don't at this point know if it's gonna work. So anyway, we'll find out at the end if it worked or it didn't. Here we go. Here's one of her kitties. Now, I gotta tell you, if you are a critter lover like I am, you're really gonna enjoy this channel. Not only does she, of course, have a bunch of critters, but she's got them all named. She knows their personality. She's a critter person all through and through. It's my bad. I'm tired right now. I want to get this edited. I cannot remember this little kitty's name, but I want to say no, I'm not going to say because I'm wrong. But anyway, this kitty's featured in a lot of the videos and stuff, and it seems like it's always walking around whenever she's out there working. So I went ahead and put that up on the fence. Now her puppies, she got a herd of dogs too. I know I was playing around at the front and said like a flock of dogs and stuff like that, but she loves her dogs, and I know one's the king, but I don't think he's coming up here pretty quick, but and I normally I could quote these names off pretty rapidly, but anyway, didn't get real detailed. In fact, you can see I took screenshots to get these pictures. Had a lot more to work from, but I knew they were going to be like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch tall on the final design, so I didn't get in there and get, you know, real detailed. I did get some highlights in the eyeballs and stuff, just because I was drawing it on here for y'all, and I wanted you to think I was really skilled and talented and stuff. But it's a joke. Anyway, enjoyed getting to meet all of our critters during the process of this, and all the channel is so packed with different content. When I rambled that off at the front, I mean, well, when I first went and built the file and I read her profile or the description of her channel, I thought, wow, that's going to be an interesting channel. And sure, it's true to form. They just have a beautiful property and do a lot of work. Oh, the king. I think Louis is the king. I'm not sure. Which one of the two of those is the king? I think Louis is the king. It might be Aslan. I'm sure she'll tell me. But anyway, I enjoyed seeing all of her critters and the different work she does on the property. I think she has a son, at least one son, that comes out and helps with some stuff, and Richard. Yeah, I like your tractor. I like your mower, Richard. I had a whole bunch of stuff that, in real time when I was doing this, I kept thinking of things and jotting down notes. And when I got to the editing stage, I'd been drawing so long, I kind of forgot a lot of that stuff. But anyway, stick around. It's gonna get greater later here in a minute. Let's see, what did I end up getting it down to? I don't know. I know I kept it under an hour, but I hope I trimmed off enough to make it at least semi-enjoyable. If you get tired or you know whatever, just hit the pause button or come back and watch the rest of this, because it's a fun design, and the final product is definitely what I was seeing in my head, but we'll see if it worked out at the end. There's all of our little chickens running around there, and you can definitely tell that I didn't get detailed on these because I'm putting them in that yard, and they're going to be down there, and they're going to be tiny. Like I say, I think about 1/8 of an inch tall, and but I had to get them in there. You got a flock of chickens. Well, I'm going to hush for a minute, let y'all listen to some music, and then I'll probably interject here in a little bit. I don't know why I feel all of a sudden the need to do the chicken dance. What was that? Na 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 na. I don't know. I would have played the music, but I was afraid I'd get a copyright thing. So there's them chickens in the yard. Oh, Bert! There's old Bert. Now that Bert's not the only goose she's got, but I couldn't resist that face, and so I had to draw it. Every time I went to her channel, I had to stuff to her file. If I'd have drawn everything that I collected for that file, then I'd still be drawing in a few months, and I've got a lot of art I've promised to a lot of you. So I got to get this edited, got to get it uploaded, and all right, get in there. There you go. What's this heart business? Now this is something I'm wondering about. What is up with the hourglass? Doesn't it make you really wonder? All right, let's play you some more music here for a minute while this hourglass is getting drawn. Unless I come up with something else I'm thinking about. This is, oh yeah, this is kind of important, I guess. From the very first, I said I had kind of a vision of what I wanted to do. And this is a little different than most of the Youtoons. And I'm taxing myself right now so that I can refine the process for the future. So if this drives you nuts, how long it takes and everything, then come back in another episode and see if it doesn't get shorter. I bet it does. I bet I don't want to spend another 5 days working on the same piece of work. I probably will sometime down the road, but I spent almost that long drawing the chickens for Grace and Fire, and I got pretty detailed on that Harley Davidson for MT Homestead. This one ranks in the final product up at one of the top of my list. Oh, there's that little baby lamb, and they have several sheep. What is that? A flock of sheep? A herd of sheep? Flock of sheep? You can tell I'm not a sheep rancher, but I love that little face, and I thought, oh, I know exactly where that's going in the design. I could see it all. I even did a little rough sketch of it, and wasn't sure if it was going to work out or not. But you get this little baby lamb in there. He's a cute little thing. That's something if you ever got the chance to go visit them or something, there's no way if they had one of those on the property you wouldn't want to walk around playing with it the whole time. Okay, well, there's no way I wouldn't want to, but... And I can't remember that little baby's name either right now, but as soon as I get done editing this video... Oh, here we go! Now we're getting to get to something that... This is what got me hooked on the channel. So, this is Lynda out there working on her cabin built into a cave. And if you see the interior of this thing, I put 5 days into this. I believe that I should get an invitation to go out there and stay the night in that cabin sometime. And if I have to call Richard up and ask him that, well, I don't have his phone number, but we ain't got to Richard in this thing yet, so. Well, you saw a little animation that I did at the very beginning. That's all hand-drawn too, but, you know. But that little animation, that's all hand-drawn. So anyway, they're building this cabin, or I think they're getting close to done. They got the paint up front on it and stuff, and so I tried to duplicate all that instead of all rough wood. But it was watching the different episodes of this build. You know, it was right up my alley, so I enjoyed it a lot. Made that 5 days go by really fast, but I had watched a lot of video in advance and had some pictures, but you can tell I'm using 4 or 5 different pictures here, and I'm adjusting my angles and perspectives and stuff too to make it look like it was meant to be that way. But I also have an end goal in mind. You notice if you look up there now, there's a little white outline. So that's technically my parameters that I need to draw outside of, farther out than that. And so working on angles, working on this and working on that, and I'm gonna get to something here pretty cool in a minute. It highlights some of my skills, but at the same time it kind of, if you're if you like creating stuff, then you'll like it, or at least appreciate it. But I'd much rather be out building something and putting that roof on and everything than I would be sitting here drawing it. But it's the old country boy stuck in the city for now, and enjoying it best as I can. I'll get out there. I'll be building. Probably won't be a cabin in a cave, but we might build a bridge or two. I want you to watch this. This is my warped sense of humor. It's probably not funny to anybody but me. Look up there right now, and you'll notice something on that porch. And I as I was drawing, I go, "What is that?" And I blew that up to see what that was, and then I thought I got to draw that and put it there. I didn't know if I was going to say anything about it and see if Lynda or Richard would catch it, but see how crooked that siding is? On my building, not on hers. On my drawing, not her building. That's probably what it looked like if I was siding it. I'm just kidding around because I'm pretty skilled at that stuff. All right. It's fun for me because I had that purple towel in there. It's fun for me when I'm watching it back and trying to talk about it because when you're editing it, you don't really get. I don't get a perspective of what it's gonna possibly look like. Also love this this railing. I'm sure those are trees off the property. There you go. Look, check it out. Little water bottle on the front porch. There'd be about 50 of them if I'd have been out there working on the project. Probably a cold beer somewhere in there too. On my projects, on my property. Then I'm gonna build them stairs. The drawing's just about as crooked as my first set of stairs I ever built. In fact, I think the first 4 or 5 sets of steps that I built were fails. I've got some pictures of it. I don't have any footage of it. I also got a picture of my first retaining wall I built. First storm come along, I had to run out there and see if it stayed up. I'm not going to tell you if it did or it didn't because I might run across some footage of it. She got her a creek, it just don't got no water in it. I bet there's some critters in it though. Get it? Critter Creek. All right, there you go. I made my own custom brushes here that are wood grained, and so you'll notice I changed them to 3 or 4 different colors of the wood grain, so when I go to these woods, I can get some depth in there. There ain't no cheating for me. Look, I'm drawing all them little trees. I wish I could show, which in the future when I get to a shorter video, I'll be able to show more of the actual drawing perspective and everything. Just know that I care about the guys and the gals in my community because I try to put it in. I try to show you I'm thinking about you. You definitely know I'm watching your videos. There he is. I'm dissecting these little lawnmower because I want to use these. And I drew all the emblems on his shirt. I noticed them Navy anchors and stuff, but see, I took them off of the lawnmower one and reused them on there because he's wearing the same shirt. Because his wife didn't do laundry because she'd been out busy painting a fence with a toothbrush. I just crack myself up sometimes. And tractor folks, it drove me crazy not putting all the details in this tractor. And I don't care if it was a Ford or a International Harvester or an Allison or a John Deere or a TYM or any of a Kubota. It wouldn't have mattered. I'd have wanted every nut and bolt in that thing. But I also knew this was only going to be about an inch tall, maybe an inch, 2 inches possibly, but it was driving me crazy. So if you see that I missed something in the engine, I don't want no comments on it, because it was, I know, I already know. Hey, how many of you tractor folks know what that tube thing up there on top is? The minute I saw that, I thought, I know what that is. And no, it's not a beer holder. Well, hey, wait a minute. All right, I might have just invented something. Okay, that's not a good idea. Don't ever be on a tractor and drinking. It's not a good thing. I'm not cutting that out because this is synced up and timed up, and whatever ends up in this ends up in it, because once I cut something out, then, well, guess I could put some music in there. Well, yeah, might as well be honest about things. So. Oh, Richard. I think I gave you a flat tire here in a second, but it was by accident. Because you got a log sitting there chalking that thing. And yeah, I was in a hurry. But we'll see if I rounded it off enough. We'll see if it rolls across the pasture. That wasn't even funny. If these things didn't take so long, man, I would just... There's so many channels out there, so many people, individuals too, that I know what I want to do. And I want you to know I'm thinking about you. I'm still watching your videos, still making files, still putting stuff in there, but I wish I could knock these out a little faster. Okay, there she is, going live at 9 p.m. I kind of had to improvise here because she got the pose that I wanted, but she got it covered up with a bunch of words. So. You know, I think about spending that amount of time on a cartoon. One of the biggest things that I have going on in my head right now is that I really don't have a niche. I have passion. That's country life. It's dog rescue. It's animal rescue. It's critters. It's country folks. That kind of. I have a community that I follow, but that doesn't help YouTube show my videos. So it is a struggle to continue to put out videos. And when you spend that much time on one of these cartoons, and they're fun. They're fun. I might be having too much fun and not focused on what I know common sense says things are getting tough, groceries are getting expensive, and but my hopes were to find a way to supplement my income through, building up a channel and eventually getting $5 or $6 a month. But for now, I'm grateful to have the opportunity, the skills, and the computer to do it with. But I'm stuck on this in my head that I don't have a viable niche. And the Youtoons is something that I'll continue to do regardless, because even with a country life, homesteading, outdoor life, farming, ranching, animal rescue, anything like that, that's the people that I choose are from typically from the niche that I would come closest to relating to. But I'm just rambling now, so I better hush. I was actually going somewhere with that, and then I forgot where I was going with it because I got to ramble. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at drawing him, and just finished up a quick sketch of Lynda, and I was thinking about the amount of time that I've spent on this one drawing, and it's well worth it. Their channel are big supporters of my channel, but my ability to keep a positive attitude. Just, and the people who watch the videos, you don't know who's watching, and the people who leave the comments, that you start to look forward when you post a video, and you can't wait for it to be up there for a day so you can go in and read more of the comments, because you kind of start looking forward to. I think about Scotty Too Hottie. I always look. I'm not trying to put you on the spot there. I always look to see if he's made it in. And there's a bunch of you. In fact, I built a Word document on that, because I'm not quitting until I say thank you to all of you. It was easy to put the time in on this. I didn't panic. I knew that I hadn't put out a video in a while, but it meant a lot to me to put the time in to see if this one would work. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we already draw her? What he's up to. So he drew Richard in an animation note, pulling the grass and the screen and everything in the beginning. Then he redrew him on a tractor. Well, parts of him. I mean, I reused the same face, but Then I drew a cartoon of her, and now I'm doing it again. I am getting old. I'm losing my memory. Well, I am doing that, but and I think that's one of the things why I feel a little bit panicked. I've been doing. I did some property searches and stuff today. I'm feeling a little panicked because I'd started to really feel old, and I had to. I really had to kick myself in the hiney, and and realize that one of the reasons I was feeling so old is because I wasn't getting out and doing the things I love. I love mowing grass. So when I got him riding that mower across there, I was just tickled the whole time I was drawing it because I knew I was going to animate it, And in a lot of ways, by doing y'all's cartoons, whether it's and Dale riding that old scooter, or I guess the best way I can say it is while I am stuck in the city, I get to live vicariously through your channels, through your stories, and so when I say thank you, when I leave a comment that says thank you for sharing, that's not just because I didn't want to type a whole bunch. That's true too, because I can't really type that well, and trust me, there's somebody out there that'll call me out every time I misspell something. But I usually know how to spell it if you give me a spelling bee verbally. But if I got to type it on the keyboard, that's the reason that I don't do real well in the chats, the live chats, because I don't want to just say hi at so and so. Hi at, I like to do the best I can to make it personal. Well, that includes typing. But anyway, I do appreciate y'all's videos, and I appreciate everybody so far that's allowed me to Youtune them without complaining or anything, or getting mad at me, or that I know of. But if you've been watching the series, and I know and I know you've watched it, then stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm not going to forget about anybody. Also, if you've reached out to me for art, I will say this while this is going on, so I don't say it at the end of the video. See, two birds, one stone. If you reached out to me for art, I took about a week off, and then I was going to knock out of Youtoons real quick, and I didn't want to put this one off any longer. I felt like I actually owed it. So I went ahead and dove into it, not knowing that I was going to spend that much time on it. So I get this edited tonight. I get this laid in there, drop a little music in there, get it saved, get it started uploading, and that's going to be a full process. Okay, oh, hang on a minute. What we got going here? Okay, all right. Something else coming together on this little cartoon. Okay. All right. There's the hand. Here's another little thing I pulled off in the process of this design. I had never done it before. I make custom paint brushes. And so what I did was when I zoomed in on Lynda's outfit she's wearing a, I don't know what you call it, crocheted or something shirt over, over her other shirt. And so I made a custom crochet paintbrush. And I don't know if it's going to show up in here or not. But here in a minute, I'm fixing to paint some crochet. Paint some crochet in there. I got to get my boundaries set out. Got to get her little strap going on there because we don't want to lose her purse. But there we go. You see that? I'm painting that deal. Now hang on, don't give up just yet. I'm working out the bugs on it. Once I get it figured out, boom, boom, boom. I could tell real quick it was going to need a border, but see my brush? That's my little crochet brush. Bending it, twisting it. It's a little darker than, maybe I would have liked, but it doesn't show up that way in print, so. But boy, look at that, how long it takes to save that stuff. I knew I was in trouble right then, so. Okay, there we go. Anyway, it was fun. I'm looking forward to this basic series that I have talked about. I think in one of the other videos. It's geared for YouTubers who want to have merch. It's basic. It's not a how-to kind of thing. These are basic, simple steps that I can share that might help somebody, and so I'm looking forward to that series. And I have had a few comments on that a couple of people are looking forward to it too. And I'm going again, two birds, one stone. For that series in the future, what I'm going to be doing is I always film when I'm doing art for someone who's asked for it. I don't always post it, but I've got almost every design that I've done. I've got it on recorded. I did do let's see, I think it was Tony and Angie at our cabin in the woods. I put out that video. I liked it. I like that. And I filmed Megan and Niecy, the Megan design. But I've got them all in files in video. But with the series, what I'll be doing is I'll do the artwork for somebody first, and then of course I always ask permission. Do you care if I put a video out on this? Well, I'll use those as examples for what I'm talking about in the YouTube merch design basics. So, all right, now we're going to lay this thing out. I hope you stuck around. Okay, there's that hourglass. Let's see what he had in mind. I saw this early on and I wasn't sure it was going to work. Okay, there's that big, beautiful house and stuff that I drew. You saw me draw it. And there is that cabin in the cave. Okay, you start to see where I'm going with this. What was that heart all about? Let's see what that is. I literally saw all this in my imagination when I got introduced to the channel. There we go, there's that tractor. So I told you it's gonna be tiny, so you can see why now, what I was talking about. Had to change my highlights here a little bit. There's them little chickens in the yard. Another time. And what you gonna do with them doggies? Oh, they're gonna be on the outside of that hourglass, aren't they? Have to move my little goose over. There we go. Let's get her pride and joys up there. Let me get my little lamb I love so much up there. I had to put some lines around it because I knew it's gonna get one-dimensional real quick. So I had to drop me some outlines and shadows and stuff. A lot of that's for large format and for printing. At another time, 2023. What we gonna have up here? Having the time of my life. I want to sing that song so bad, but I sing so well that I'm sure that YouTube would get me on that. So I'm not gonna sing it. Having the time of my life. No, I can't sing. You trust me. You see a karaoke machine, I'm not gonna be the one standing with the microphone. I promise you that. It's hard enough for me to make friends without running them away singing at them. I'm leaning into the screen because I'm learning, because I'm thinking I need to blow that up a little bit bigger when I'm doing these so that it's easier for maybe y'all to see. If I can't even imagine trying to watch this on the phone. No wonder the watch time on these aren't very long. But we're getting to the end here. All right, it's coming down to the final stretch. I'm sorry, I just think that's an awesome design. I mean, how else could you possibly tell a story of all this homestead? Oh, I love that. I hope y'all love it too. Like. All right, I'm out of here. Hey, I want to thank you for watching the Critter Creek Youtoons series, episode number 17. That would be Richard and Lynda. At another time, 2023, if you will, go over and check them out. And or I would like to invite you to go over and check them out. I'm pretty sure if you do, you'll like what you see. You'll enjoy it. Just an awesome couple. And I hope they enjoyed being featured on today's episode. So if you would, go ahead and hit that like button. Share the video with somebody you think needs a smile today. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And last but not least, I could sure use some help here. How about hitting that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I'm able to post a Youtoons Critter Creek Youtoons episode. I want to thank you again for being here. Love you guys. Have a great today, and y'all come back now, you hear? Let's see, I've tried that about 6 times. How about we just shut it off and go with something we got in there?